What's up, YouTube? Happy Tuesday night to you. Um, so has anybody else besides me noticed how unseasonably cold it's been in October so far? Um, what makes me bring this up is I just ran into a fella here, his video on YouTube. Um, the name of his video is Prepare for Weather Emergency. Okay, so and he makes a really good point, guys. And what he starts talking about, I've never heard of. So, why after we watch this little 6-minute video, we're gonna go do a little bit of research.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I'm trying out a new phone. I had to get a new phone. I broke my Apple iPhone 5S that I've had for 5 years. So I had to get a new phone, and I cannot even believe how much these people charge for phones. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got a used one on eBay for $400, and I still thought
See how he
that was
keeps grinding his
ridiculous.
beard?
But it seems to be a nice phone. Let's see if it does shit
Should
my
get
other
one of those,
phone
ladies.
too. At any rate, it's October 30th in Boston, and it's freezing. It's been freezing all month. October, I can recall several years in a row where I was wearing shorts right before Halloween. It got a little cool at night, but it wasn't cold all day and then freezing at night. That's what it is now. And it's a pretty easy one. Look around. There's absolutely no sun. The blue sky is right there, but there's a thick blanket in front of the sky. Solar shield. It's amazing. So apparently when they mentioned Operation Solar Shield last year, and I tried to make a big deal out of it, and unfortunately it didn't really take off, they weren't kidding, because they're affecting the weather. If it's already this cold in October, what's November, December, January, and February going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Is that the false flag? Are they going to shut the weather down? Imagine if there's an oil problem. You know what I'm saying? We've already seen natural gas houses explode right here in Massachusetts. Was that a test? Do you know what I mean? The houses in North Andover weren't directed energy weapons, and neither was the Twin Towers. A lot of people are like, Dr. Judy Wood knows. Bullshit. There's zero evidence for directed energy weapons in North Andover, because I've seen the houses. They exploded, just like a house that would explode from the basement would look like. And there's none at 9/11. Yeah, it definitely looks different, but it's because they used black budget nanothermite with carbon in it. Regular thermite does not have carbon. Carbon's what we're made of. It doesn't have carbon in it. It's a new, and there's loads of real accredited scientists that tested this shit to prove it. So there's that. Okay, there's that. Let me just get that out of the way. One of my subscribers that I have a great deal of, respect for, I guess, there you go, sent me a thing saying directed energy. No, don't even go down that rabbit hole. The fact that people are even concerned about how the trade centers went down, it's beyond that. It is absolutely beyond that. With NIST and FEMA and our government saying those were thin, shitty buildings. We had to have a special factory made in Japan. Japan makes phenomenal shit. The Japanese do not screw around. That building was so ridiculously strong, it's unbelievable. They had power downs, they had evacuations, and they had one of the largest elevator renovations going on. And in a building's that big, you'd think that Otis Elevators, you've seen Otis Elevators in your lifetime, you'd think they would be there doing it. They weren't. I think it was Ace or Acme or whatever, whoever, because right after 9/11, they went out of business. So these guys had access. Everybody involved with the security and everything else involving 9/11 is related to George Herbert Walker Bush. You see what I'm saying? And let's not forget that Al Gore was selected president, and at the last minute they put Bush in there real quick because they decided they had to do it. Look up Operation Hammer. Alien Scientist covers it completely. They bankrupted Russia. They needed the Federal Reserve to shut down something that was absolutely unprecedented, never happened before. They needed it to shut down so they could pass a bunch of fraudulent, stolen bearer bonds through, worth like $95 billion. And they did, and it did. We were holding gold for other countries under the World Trade Centers. A photographer from FEMA is in exile. He lives in another country in fear for his life because he was doing his job and he accidentally took a picture of the vaults under the World Trade Centers with the door open, completely and totally empty. That happened. There was the proof right there that it was a robbery, among other things. We're living in it right now. Operation Solar Shield couldn't go on unnoticed if they didn't already weed through the entire Congress and Senate and political system and get anybody out of there that actually wanted to do anything for we the people. Get them out. Obama went through the entire military and got rid of any colonel or general, anybody that would give them trouble. Remember the purge? That happened. At any rate, if you live in the Northeast, be ready. Be prepared. Because they're messing with the weather really bad. Anybody that's lived here knows what's up. It has never been this cold. All they ever bitch about is global warming. And yet it's completely freezing consistently every day, all month. We had no fall. It went from summer to winter. And our summer was incredibly wet, while other parts of the country were having incredibly dry.
That's exactly what he's talking about, guys. I'm not in the Northeast, really. I'm right in the middle of the Northeast, Southeast. I'm in North Carolina. We like to straddle the line, don't we, baby? And did we not go straight from summer? We had like, what, 1 or 2 days of fall? And we like jumped straight into fucking winter. I know it's really dark, guys. You can't see us, but Halloween spookiness for you. But yeah, we only had, what, 2 days of fall, and we jumped straight into fucking winter. And I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't remember having to wear a coat and pants and a long sleeve shirt in the month of October. Do you? And hell, we don't even live up there in the Northeast where this guy's from. After we finish these couple seconds left of this video, we're going to go check out some more videos from this guy. He seems to know his shit, guys.
Drought-like situations. If you're going to make it rain someplace else, if you're going to make a drought, you got to move that rain someplace else. You can't just make it disappear. At any rate, let me see if this even uploads. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.
Okay, guys, so we're here at his page, Richie from Boston. I've already subscribed to his channel. You guys ought to check him out. That was his most recent video, actually. Prepare for weather emergency. Okay, so here, his videos are not long at all. Wow. Okay. Nikon P1000 catches aliens from in sky. Going dark on the New Age internet. Truth stream media under attack. Beast system revealed. 5G in the golden age. For you guys who keep up with John X Army and Marfoogle TV and all them, you've heard them talk about 5G. Midterm psyops are ramping up. So let's go to a year ago, guys, when he said that he was talking about, what was it, Solar Shield? Ain't that what he called it, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to pause this until I find it, guys. Okay, guys, so here is another video from Richie from Boston from October 19th of last year. It says, watch quickly before they delete this video. Let's check it out.
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax. And I believe strongly in clean water and clean air. But I don't believe that what they say, I think it's a big scam for a lot of people to make a lot of money.
Are you the pilot?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you mind? Just like, do you know anything about chemtrails?
No. Okay, yeah. Just a question to you. Hello. Hi. Do you speak English? Sure, what do you need? Okay, just a question. Do you know what is a chemtrail? What? A chemtrail. I do know what a chemtrail is. Yeah. About the chemtrail generator. Oh. Let's make sure that that thing is working. We're going to check this out. Fine. Oh, look at that. They're working. They're working. You see the chemtrails on the edge there. Look at that. Ich bin Luft- und Raumfahrttechniker und habe Flugzeuge repariert und so weiter. Ich möchte euch jetzt mal ganz kurz erzählen, was ich gemacht habe.
Skies are actually overcast, so we can't see the geoengineering or the
Check out this.
chemtrailing that's taking place. It's going on all over the country, all over the world, and people everywhere. There is an epidemic of people simply coughing. How many people do you know?
A lot.
Look at this. I mean, what the is wrong with everyone? Can't you see this? Can't anyone see this in the sky? There's a lot of WestJet planes flying over top of the place I'm visiting here in Calgary. These are the people who are behind the chemtrails here.
Turn around. Come on, watch.
What they found
What?
out
What?
was
What's
it
that?
started interfering with the ionosphere. And when they found that out, it became an experiment. And it's been an experiment for a multitude of weaponry ever since.
You mentioned earlier that you're a pilot. Yeah, talk about chemtrails. We hear a lot about that. What are those, and are they for real?
Well, when you look into that and ask questions, so we are your contrails. No, contrails.
I'm dying to take a picture.
Oh, that's cool.
My neighbor, so I got drill jam doing a video. Chemtrail generators are on. And yeah, there it is. Look, you can see them. Oh, hey, that's awesome. It's working.
Aircraft making a condensation trail is very similar in many ways to when you go outside on a cold day and exhale, you create a condensation trail. That little cloud is a condensation trail. Now, if you take a 2-mile walk on...
You know what they are.
I've heard of them. I don't know what they are.
Okay.
I've heard of it. I don't know what they are.
You don't know what it is.
Goodbye. Thanks for this.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Goodbye. Thank you. And is it true? Well, there's the 50 feet. Yeah. Are you filming me? Maybe. Okay. Okay. No, but do you believe it?
If you take a 2-mile walk on a cold day and you can turn around and you can see your condensation trail tracking all the way back for 2 miles. That's how crazy it is to think that what we're looking in the sky is actually condensation trails.
Ich habe auf dem militärischen Sonderflughafen Oberpfaffenhofen in Zusammenarbeit mit dem Deutschen Luft- und Raumfahrtzentrum ein Flugzeug mit einer Sprüheinrichtung ausgestattet. Was an uns hat.
Mate, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's summertime. Our sky, we don't see blue skies anymore. People walking down the street, looking at their phones, looking at anything else but the sky.
This is the wine spit test where you rinse your mouth out and then you take grape juice and you hold it in your mouth and you spit it out into a petri dish. Now watch the stuff is alive. Watch what happens.
It is endless, the capabilities of what
Right,
happens.
great.
It is an experiment in the process. It is endless. I say endless. What Hawk can do.
So we are your
Okay, so
contrails.
let's go find some other videos.
Contrails.
Okay, guys, I'm back. He's got a video here. It says, I'm back and I am pissed off. What's he pissed off about?
Alright, I'm busy as hell today, so come on, you gotta hit me with it. Where do you go first? What's your joke? I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I'm not sure what he laced them.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today is the 22nd of November. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Put it that way, all right? I don't exactly know what date it is, so there's that. It's early. I've been up all day. I just drove 60 miles to get my hair cut because I go to a certain guy that cuts my hair all the time. I have for 10 years. It is what it is, and there's that. Well, a couple of the guys that work in there know that I'm Richie from Boston. And it breaks my heart how stupid the people that follow me make themselves look, and how arrogant the people that know who I am, that don't think I'm right, act. Oh yeah, the country's under attack. Oh, this, that, yeah, conspiracy. Let me tell you something. Do you know how many professional bad guys, do you know how many professional law enforcement, professional military, professional rocket scientists that contact me and have contacted me over the years? Where do you think I pull up all these patents that show they work on sun simulators, that shows that Boeing has a solar satellite that can replace the sun or direct the sun's energy exponentially to one particular reason, one particular area? It bums me out, the arrogance of people that think that everything's a conspiracy theory. Let me tell you something right now. After World War I, General Smedley Butler, what a stupid name, discovered that major corporations were trying to usurp and take over our government. And the reason he knew that is because they approached him to try to get the military to take over the government. Do you know who those corporations were? The exact same ones that own everything today. The exact same ones that own all the media, that own the internet, that own every magazine and newspaper. So if you think you know what's going on because you read about it in Time magazine or you heard about it from some talking head on the news, you're an asshole. How's that? It is getting so old. They are undoing the Constitution and the Bill of Rights to the point where they're just pieces of paper at this point right now. And anybody that talks about the Constitution is labeled in the United States of America as some sort of a wacko. You believe in the Constitution? You think you have a Bill of Rights? What the actual fuck? How's that? All right? Because hold on. Just sit there in the middle of the road with your directional on, you jerk off.
He's got some road
I
rage
have
there,
so
buddies.
had it with this country. I love this country. I'm a veteran. My entire family are veterans. What did everybody sign up for? I swore an oath to the Constitution. Now, bear in mind, I went very, very awry of the law after I got my honorable discharge. But it is what it is. Let me tell you something. If you've walked the line, if you've paid all your taxes on time, you always pay your bills, you go to work every day, you do what you're told, you suck as an American. Sorry. I've got life experience. The good, the bad, the ugly. I have people today that I can still consider friends. And the reason I consider them friends is because at some point or another in this lifetime, they kicked my ass. Because you know what? In this lifetime, I went way off the rails. It happens. But guess what? For a long time, I've been back. And guess what? I figured out a lot of things. When 9/11 happened, I stood there with a tear in my eye, watching it on the news while listening to Howard Stern report it next door. And I tried to re-enlist in the military. Right there, right then. The recruiter said, sorry, Richie, first of all, you're a little too old, and second of all, you're a convicted felon now. You were not before. So there's that. Now, I understand the only way on this God's green earth those two towers could have came down the way they did, and then the third tower that never got hit with anything at all, that people don't even question or know about. The only way those towers could have came down in 10 seconds, 110 stories tall apiece. They both came down the exact same way, as if there were the best demolition experts in the business using the best technology there is to bring a building down. It's the only way in the world they could have happened. The two planes hit the towers, and then
That's true.
all the gas dumped into the buildings, went all the way down to the basement, and then burned and came back up. That's ludicrous.
But
As
our
soon as the
government done
planes hit,
to our
they
country.
exploded. According to their story, when they exploded, so did all the jet fuel. Some of it didn't. Jet fuel explodes when ignited. But yet people believe that and look at people that say anything other than that as assholes. The actor that everybody voted for, Donald Trump, said the exact same thing I'm telling you, and now he's president. People seem to have forgotten about that. I didn't come to this point lightly where I put myself out there where everywhere I go, somebody knows me, and as soon as I leave the room, I know they're talking shit about me. I didn't put myself in this position for no reason. I'm watching everything that I've ever loved and ever cared about be deconstructed from the inside. And then I found all the paperwork to back up all those claims. And yet people still don't see it. When the time comes, you're not going to have a chance to go, oh my God, somebody was right. You're never going to see it coming. Just like on that Tuesday morning, we never saw 9/11 coming. I don't know what else to say. I apologize for swearing, but like I tell you all the time, I'm not a nice guy. I swear like a machine gun in real life, and sometimes I just can't take the bullshit. We're in deep, deep trouble. They are going to do another mass event because it's time. These guys are ready to pull the trigger. This country is in a deep sleep. The only people that are going to make it through to the other side or even have half a chance are what we consider criminals right now. People that have lived in the street, people that know how to do shit. Because this country is so helpless for the most part right now, it's pathetic. When the United States goes down, it's gonna be ugly.
Alright guys, here's another one I'm going to let y'all watch. Probably the last one in this video right now. 50 years of staged attacks, false flags, and domestic.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today is the 27th of November, 2015. 2017, I'm an idiot. 50 years ago today, at around 11 o'clock at night, I was born in Fort Belvoir, Virginia. I was shown to my father, and then he was sent away to Vietnam for 2 years. So, I didn't have the greatest childhood because when your father comes home from an absolute horror show of a war that the elites started using a false flag and did solely for money and didn't let anybody win, it makes for very, very disgruntled soldiers, especially when the media turned on them and made them look like cannibals.
Yep.
But I digress. The reason for this video is because I was just answering emails, which takes forever, and I'm just going to straight up say it. I appreciate you guys so very much. When my channel went down, so many of you mobilized and just started hitting YouTube over and over and over and over again. A couple dozen really awesome channels put out the word that my channel went down. Now, that's community. That's what we're supposed to do. But this community is loaded with infiltrators. It's like having a great big party and everyone's having a good time, and some asshole keeps coming in the room. Well, we got a whole army of assholes. United States military, CIA, Google, on and on and on and on and on it goes. Do everybody a favor. Ignore the trolls. Let them say whatever they want in the comment section, because those are the comments that never go to spam. Your comments, the people that have followed me for years, your comments end up in spam, especially when you're saying something completely benign. Do not interact with the trolls. Don't comment to them. Don't stick up for me. Don't worry about it. If you see a nasty comment, you want to do something, leave a positive comment. That's it. Trolls are like fungus. Is that a good analogy?
Yeah.
How about this? Trolls just suck. Ignore them, and they don't have any power whatsoever at all. It's a nice day right now. It's cold. It's November. The ocean looks amazing. They haven't sprayed it all today, but the sky is still the wrong color. You know what I'm saying? It's a pale blue. It's pastels, you know, from all the stuff that they've sprayed in the atmosphere. And I have been listening to documentary after documentary after documentary on Morgellons and targeted individuals the last several days. I've been pretty busy, so when I do that, I listen to live streams, so forth, so on. It amazes me where we find ourselves right now, and what amazes me more, where we're at as a society right now, is how many people don't see it at all. You guys are the lucky ones, but it sucks, doesn't it? Because you sure don't feel lucky, do you? Everyone talks about you when you're not around. You can't have a conversation with anybody, because how do you have a regular conversation with someone who's talking about work, television, sports, or the holidays? I successfully circumnavigated Thanksgiving and did not participate whatsoever at all. My birthday, I recognize today that I turned 50, but I don't, I need my birthday, blah, blah. I don't do that stuff. You're not supposed to do that. And I really, truly try to do exactly what I say. And that's all there is to it. I watch certain shows that people send me, like that show Black Mirror on Netflix. I watched it because it was, once again, the elites basically showing us what's coming. But I don't own a television. I know a lot of you do, and I understand the circumstances. I understand it. You can't go around forcing your beliefs on other people, even though that's what they do to us.
Mm-hmm.
What a world, huh? In 50 years, I've seen it change so much, it's ridiculous. Was it perfect when I was a kid? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we had communities. We had neighborhoods. Before I was even awake, I used to have a saying, and I would talk about it all the time. The demoralization of the United States of America directly correlates with the deregulation of television. When I was a kid, televisions didn't even show a butt cheek at all. Now, it's an absolute free-for-all.
Yeah.
Television programming is exactly how they spread their messages. They use all parts of the media. I heard a YouTube channel that I actually helped out not too long ago talking about the Jews aren't the problem. Yeah, I completely disagree. I know another channel that I followed for years, and he's a big channel, who swears that Israel is exactly what the Bible was talking about. The state of Israel flying their Star of David, cube, satanic worship flag, killing all their neighbors off like they weren't even people, those aren't the people God was talking about. The true Israelites from the Bible don't live in Israel. Just my opinion.
Nope.
What a world. It's amazing watching these guys skillfully and stealthily push their agenda onto people to the point where people are actually asking for, like, screw us over more. We used to be Americans. You know what I'm saying? You tried to charge us to mail a letter. Man, we would throw down. We would pull out the guns and throw the tea in the harbor. It would be on. Now, these guys are just making up taxes and fees and fines that they can levy against us, and people don't say a word. I just want to go home and eat my dinner and watch my television show and do it all over again. That ain't me. No, so whatsoever at all.
What he just said, guys, there's your zombies. They just want to pay their taxes, go home, eat their dinner, watch their TV show, get up and do it all over again. There's your zombies, guys.
Believe it or not, having almost 200,000 subscribers total, because that's where I'm almost at. It's crazy. I have a lot of people that want to interview me. I have a ton of people that want to sponsor me. And I say, no. Virtual Shield, I believe it. I saw all the comments. Oh, that's no good. Well, guess what? It works for me, and it gives me peace of mind, and it's cheap enough. I don't dig the idea of somebody activating my microphone or my camera on my laptop, and if there's something I can do to avoid it, I do it. But all the other crap, the Bitcoin crap, no way. No way. I had that guy on one time. I let him explain everything to you guys, and then I dug into it on my own and drew my own conclusions. Bitcoin is exactly the way you don't want to go. Just my opinion. It's amazing to me when I talked about using software that could protect you from probing AIs. The amount of trolls that attacked me. I never even saw these people in my life before. Because I do look at the comments. I do know who's commenting. If I put out a lot of videos, there's no way in hell I'm going to reply to all the comments because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. The amount of emails I get is staggering. But you know, I try to return them. That's all there is to it. At any rate, figuring out a way to do this giveaway next week. It'll be on my other channel, so keep an eye out for it. I guess that's it. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't.
Alright, guys, so there you have it. Just a few videos there from Richie from Boston. Go to his channel, subscribe, show him your support, show him your love. The man knows what he's talking about. And he's not in it for the money and stuff like John X Army and all these other crazy kooks who says they know what's going on. I feel it in my bones. This guy really knows what the hell's going on, guys. It's your girl, Danny. Go subscribe to Richie from Boston. Kisses.